better and always remain in touch with him, right?
So, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, used to step into the mosque with his right foot and he used to place his foot out of the shoe with his right foot.
He used to step into the mosque with his
right foot.
Right foot first, like this.
And he used to
take out the left foot first.
Yeah, and
put the right foot in the right shoe first.
Yes. And what was that reason? Why?
I guess Islam. Islam is the only religion in the world, and I repeat, the only religion which has established specializations in daily life. This art of specialization was learned much later by human beings. But 1400 years ago, according to the teachings of the Holy Quran, Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us specialization. For instance, there are two hands provided to you. You could use both of them for every task which comes your way, whether it is clean or filthy. Because man has to perform duties of all sorts. You have to bow down and take up your shoes, and some germs, infection may be attached to those shoes and be transferred to your hand and so on. And so many other tasks of cleaning yourself, cleaning your nose, rubbing your face and things. Many a task there is in daily life which has a comparatively filthy nature. And there is some task which you have to perform daily, which is of comparatively clean nature or requires more hygienic treatment. For instance, eating. For instance, shaking hands with others. For instance, touching the holy books and things. So the Holy Prophet of Islam has taught us specialization in them. He says, keep your right hand for all these tasks, which are good and clean, where higher hygienic standard is required, and devote your left hand for all things which are of soily nature or maybe even filthy, but perforce you have to perform those. So for these purposes, you keep your left hand, with the result that when a Muslim shakes hands with a non-Muslim, in reality he is offering peace to him. There is a 100% guarantee that he never cleaned his nose with that hand. He never touched his shoe with that hand. He never touched a filthy thing with that hand. Whenever he washed himself, he never applied that hand to washing either. So this is a part of Islam, both to the Muslims and the non-Muslims. You offer complete peace in every regard, physically as well. But when a non-Muslim shakes hands with you, it depends on the standard of his hygiene. In some European countries, in some classes, not in all, they are very clean, I agree. But their both hands are injudiciously used for everything. But in the lower strata of that society, I know, even in London, they are very filthy. Some of them are very filthy, very bad habits. And for every filth and dirt, they use both hands indiscriminately. With the result, when they shake hands with you, they may transfer some germ, some very filthy material, which is unseen of course by the eye, but the hand knows how to transfer it to others. So this is the specialization which is found in every department of Islam, in every way. So much so that when in the prayer of congregation in your family, a lady is to join you, it is told that she should stand on the left. If a man is to join you and you are leading the prayer, he should come to the right. And this specialization extends to every cultural activity as well. If you have a guest of honor, he should be made to sit on your right, because you always serve from the right, not from the left. And in everything good, right is preferred. In everything bad, left is perforce adopted. So this is the philosophy of specialization, which if you do not know, then it may look strange in details. Why right and why left? One is puzzled. One thinks that Islam is a religion of very small, minor, unnecessary interferences into life. It is not so. It's a philosophical religion which carries you further in human evolution.
A few years back, doctors did some experiments.
Come forward, person. You specialize in beginning to ask questions right from the start.
A few years back, doctors, you see, they tried to make some experiments towards the human nature, in what way he would turn. So they made experiment in dog, giving him some, whether he turns to the right or the left. It was found that predominantly 70% people turn to the right. So there has got to be some relation.
More interesting perhaps would be this scientific piece of information that in every atom, every electron has a spin, right spin or left spin. So in life, the choice of chemicals available to Allah was both. The right spin chemicals with the same qualities could also be used for building up life, and the left spin chemicals of exactly the same nature could also be used for building up life. So Allah chose the right spin. Why and how it happened, the scientists don't understand. But it did happen. That in the entire organic chemistry, the build-up of life, whether it is pertaining to animal kingdom or plant kingdom or bacterial kingdom, it is always the right spin chemicals, elements which are chosen. So the scientists have, from this study, the scientists have come out with an ingenious idea of providing the gourmets with such food that would not add an atom of weight to them, but they will be able to fully enjoy it thoroughly in every respect. For instance, sugar is the main problem. So they are artificially building the left spin sugar with chemicals. Carbon, hydrogen and oxygen are the same materials with which sugar is built. So if you choose the left spin carbon and left spin hydrogen and left spin oxygen for creating sugar, which would be exactly alike in everything to the sugar which is produced from sugarcane or other fruits, yet not an atom of it will be accepted by life. You'll enjoy the taste, it will enter your stomach, will pass out without having been absorbed, and as I told you, not a single atom would be accepted by life, because life is very choosy about this right movement. How it takes place, it is still puzzling and perplexing. But so far this sugar has not been made public because it's very expensive. Even perhaps the millionaires cannot afford eating this sugar at present, because it costs maybe 1 million pounds for a pound of sugar, because it is in experimental state. Synthesis of the whole carbon, hydrogen, oxygen.